Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. Happy Sunday, everybody. Hope your day and your weekend are going well so far. We got a new day, which of course means a new MLB Player Prop video to share with you guys. But first, as always, people, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and drop a comment down below. We really do appreciate it, and it does help the channel grow. Also, shout out my crazy, just got out of bed head and my headband. I'm going right from recording this video into doing yard work for the day, so that kind of explains my wild appearance right now. If you guys are wondering why on Sunday I'm doing a video, it's because tomorrow, unfortunately, there will be no MLB Player Prop video coming out due to the fact that my girlfriend's going for surgery, so I'm unavailable. So doing a video today, this morning, to make up for that fact. So beautiful Sunday morning. The vibes are great. Getting ready to do yard work for the day and then go to the beach afterwards and just have a chill day after doing some much-needed home maintenance. But before we dive into today's video, I got 6 picks for today's MLB slate. We got a recap yesterday. And look, we've been pretty good all week. This is probably the worst day we've had all week, and it's still not that bad. 3-3 day. We did have a plus money hit there with Marcus Semien over 1.5 total bases. We're now 18-8 in the last week, so still, again, pretty solid overall. But a 3-3 day yesterday. Unfortunately, some tough, close misses there. Tyler Stevenson and Bobby Witt Jr. both finished with 1 hit. They both singled, and they both scored. So, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs might have been the play for both those guys. We might be looking at a very different day. But still, overall, a solid performance for us. And so far this year, now a 50-33 record on our props this season. So we've been doing well all year long. Again, an 18-8 run so far this week. We got 6 picks today, guys. Let's dive right in. Oh, and my bad, guys. Real quick, we do have to give the T-shirt winner for Friday's giveaway. I told you guys yesterday I'd do it in today's video. So congratulations to Lawrence Nichols, 1541. We will be in touch to get you a free Fade Me T-shirt. He had the most. I just had to, guys. He had the most creative comment. I said on Friday to comment Fuego for a chance to be entered into the contest and win. His comment was, "This hits my Fuego, so Lego my ego. Every bet that we put down is cashing in Prego. Built up like a Lego, tight like a Kegel, or I guess that's Kegel. Bets hit full circle like this was a bagel." Listen, that was pretty creative. I had to give it to him. I hope you guys will understand. I'll do another giveaway contest this month sometime soon. But again, one more time, guys, shout out to Lawrence Nichols, 1541. We will be in contact to get you your free Fade Me T-shirt. All right, guys, all that stuff out of the way. Let's finally get into today's video. Switch right over to the Outlier screen, guys. You know what Outlier is. They're the best sports betting tool on the market, and they're the sponsor of all of our player prop videos here on the channel. There's a special link down below in our description. Gives you a 7-day free trial to check it out for yourself. If you watched my videos before, you know what Outlier can do for you. If you haven't watched it, everything I'm going to show you in today's video comes straight from Outlier. I'm just giving you a taste of what Outlier can provide. Try it out for yourself. You get no risk involved. 7-day free trial. You don't like it, you cancel. No money charged. It's a really great tool. And like I said, it definitely helps you become a better sports bettor. All right, guys, first prop of our 6 prop slate. We're going Pirates, Blue Jays, 1:37 p.m. first pitch. We're going Justin Turner here, under 1.5 HRRs, hits, runs, RBIs. And we've had this success with this prop before. I think I've hit it a couple times this year. Get it for -110 on DraftKings. Also available on Prize Picks for -118. And yeah, he's cashed in 8 of his last 10 games. So that is pretty good. He hit his last 20, 85% hit rate, 17 of his last 20 games. He's cashed the under, averaging .75 HRRs per game. In 2024 so far, a 66% hit rate for Justin Turner. 33 out of 50 games this year, he's cashed the over. He had a better start to the year, but of late, he's really cooled off in Toronto. And look at the head-to-head data. They just played the Pirates not last night, on Friday night, and he had 1 hit, but no runs and no RBIs. Hate to see my man struggle. He really is obviously a fan favorite of mine, playing for the Red Sox last year. I'm, of course, a Red Sox fan. He had a really good year with Boston last year. So far this year with Toronto, not so much. .217 batting average on the season, but that does drop to 181 versus right-handed pitchers. Now, the MLB dashboard has not been updated yet, Ev. Of course, it's a weekend, so we're going to give him a little bit of a break here. But thanks to Baseball Reference, they do have some of the same data that Ev provides. Not as much, not as in great detail as Ev does. Still a great job. Do a $2.99 membership a month to join the MLB, the Guy Boston Sports community. Get access to the MLB dashboard. But looking here for the Pirates pitcher today, Quinn Priester, who Justin Turner is going up against. Versus right-hand batters, he does give a .255 batting average allowed and a .269 OBP allowed to right-handed hitters, which isn't fantastic. But again, when you latch up with Justin Turner here and seeing how bad he's been this season, I just don't see him having a big game here off of Quinn Priester. So we're going to go ahead and take the under here. All right, guys, second prop of today's slate. We're going Twins, Astros, 1:05 p.m. first pitch. We're going Carlos Correa here, over 1.5 HRRs. Getting that from minus 135 on DraftKings and BetMGM, but also available on Prize Picks for minus 119. Correa's cashed in 8 of his last 10 games, averaging 2.2 HRRs per game. So far in 2024, a 56% hit rate for Correa. In 23 out of 41 games this year, he has cashed the over, again, averaging 1.95 HRRs per game. So solid data there for Carlos Correa. If we go down below here, he's batting 259 this season, but versus right-handed pitchers, that does increase to 264. So decent data across the board for Correa. And on the opposite side here, you see Hunter Brown, a 6.39 ERA and a 288 batting average allowed overall. Not very good, but versus right-handed batters, it gets even worse. 8.71 ERA allowed, 314 batting average allowed. His home runs per 9 increases, his OBA increases. So across the board, it looks like a really, really good matchup here for Carlos Correa. And of course, you got a revenge game. Whenever he goes up against Houston Astros, whenever a guy goes up against his former team, I just got to go ahead and take it. And I think Correa, he's been playing very well. Look at the head-to-head data here too. Versus the Astros. Now, 5 of his last 10 games, he's cashed the over. However, you see the first 4 times he played the Astros, dating back to last year, I should say, you see a lot of misses, but of late, he's cashed this in 5 of his last 6 games versus Houston, including so far in this series, he cashed it twice. In Friday night and last night's game, he cashed it both times. So I'm expecting here another cash here versus his former team. All right, guys, our third prop in today's slate, we're going Oakland A's, Atlanta Braves, 1:35 p.m. first pitch. We're going Jared Kelenic of the Braves, over a half total bases. We're getting this for minus 135 on DraftKings, but also available on Underdog for minus 120 and on Caesars for minus 133. And again, the data looks pretty good here. 8 of his last 10 games, including 4 in a row, he's cashed his over, averaging 1.9 total bases per game. And this has kind of been the story of the entire year for Jared Kelenic, a 60% hit rate, 27 out of 45 games this year. He has cashed the over, averaging 1.2 total bases per game this season, not too shabby. And look at the head-to-head data. Again, he's only played them twice since 2023, both being Friday night and last night. But he's cashed it both times he's played the Athletics so far in this series. Looking down below at the splits here, you see the insights provided by Outlier. Jared Kelenic has exceeded a half bases in 9 of his last 11 games, averaging 1.8 bases per game average. Look at Jared Kelenic this year, 267 batting average versus right-handed pitchers, a slight increase there to 269. But his numbers across the board are pretty much consistent. He's mostly faced right-handed pitchers so far this year, but decent data there. Versus Luis Medina, since 2018, he's had 3 plate appearances versus him, 333 batting average with 1 hit and 1 total base. So he hit a single off of him. For Luis Medina, there's no data because this is his season debut today for the Oakland A's, but according to Baseball Reference last year, his matchup versus left-handed batters, he gave up a 266 batting average allowed when going up against left-handed batters. So, the data is a pretty solid matchup overall. He has hit off Medina before. I'm going to go ahead and ride with a guy who's at a 60% hit rate this season in a pretty decent matchup. All right, guys, cruising right along here. Our fourth prop in today's slates. We're going Ketel Marte, over 1.5 total bases in the Diamondbacks-Mets game, 1:40 p.m. first pitch. We're getting this for minus 110 on DraftKings, 119 Prize Picks, 120 FanDuel, 120 Underdog, and 108 on Caesars. This, an hour ago, was a plus money play because the data is not very good, but it looks like the market, people are finding this prop, and they're riding with it here. I found it, like I said, it was a plus money play when I found it, but now it's minus 110, which just goes to show you that people are riding this pick. He's only cashed in 2 of his last 10 games and just a 44% hit rate this year. He's averaging 1.88 total bases per game. He's had some really big games, but across the board, you see more misses than hits. But when he does hit it, he hits it hard. And looking at the splits down below, versus Jose Quintana, since 2018, he's had him 8 plate appearances, a 375 batting average with 3 hits and 3 total bases. So not terrible, not this fantastic head-to-head matchup. Look at his numbers, though, a 261 batting average this year, but that does jump to 287 versus left-handed pitchers. More importantly, his extra base hit percentage is 56% versus left-handed pitchers, which is obviously the big deal here when you're talking about getting multiple bases. You need doubles, triples, home runs, and a lot of extra base hit percentage there. Also, on the opposite side, again, this is where the matchup is important. Jose Quintana, 37.1% extra base hit percentage this year, but versus right-handed batters, that jumps up to 53.8%. Again, the batting average looks good. On Quintana's side, 5.06 ERA does jump to 5.84 versus right-handed batter. Slugging percentage, 5.69. So you just see the power hitting that Quintana allows and the power hitting that Marte has versus left-handed pitchers. It increases significantly. So for him to get multiple bases in this game, I don't think we're going to have a multi-hit game necessarily, but a home run, a double. It just looks like it's a really good matchup here for an extra base hit for Marte. And of course, we're talking about over 1.5 bases. That's an extra base hit. So, again, it's risky. The data at first glance is not fantastic, but the splits you look down below, it does make the prop look a little bit better. Again, people are starting to hop on. It was a plus money play no longer, so I'd grab this before the odds keep rising. All right, guys, we got 2 props left in today's day. We just passed the 10-minute mark in today's video, so comment 10 down below if you made it this far in the video. We always appreciate you guys watching all the way through. Again, as always, I know people keep asking for it in the pinned comment. I don't do in the pinned comment. That's Ev's thing. Mine, I actually think in a lot of ways, it's not, I don't know if it's necessarily easier, but it is nice and easy. I have it in the description below. You just click the link and it takes you right to the page. It shows you all the picks. And what's even easier about it, you just click add to bet slip and it does the work for you. It's very easy. It's very simple. I show you guys the page at the end of every video. I know I don't do the pinned comment. I know some people get frustrated by that. That's Ev's thing. Me and Ev, although we do this, although we're on the same channel and we do similar types of videos, we have our own different styles and things that we do. I personally choose not to do that. I just don't. I'd rather do the link in the description. I feel like it's better for me. It's better for you. So yeah, I just go ahead and do that. So if you guys are looking for the picks, it's in the description. I make sure to highlight this is the link for the picks. You click on it, takes you to the page. You can add it to your bet slip right from there. Outlier makes it very, very easy. Shout out Outlier one more time. So comment 10 down below, guys, if you made it this far in today's video. 5th prop of today's slate. We're going Yankees-Giants, 4:05 p.m. first pitch. We're going Anthony Volpe of the Yankees over 1.5 HRRs. -150 on DraftKings, also available on BetMGM for -150. And he's cashed it in 10 consecutive games. Now, I'll be real honest with you guys. These props sometimes make me nervous because you know that eventually this streak has to come to an end, and you don't want to be the person who bets it the day that it doesn't hit. But he has cashed it in 10 straight games. He's on a hot streak for the Yankees. Averaging 2.6 HRRs per game. And even if you stretch out to his last 20 games for the Yanks, 75% hit rate, 15 of his last 20 games. Do you see there? 5 straight, and then 5 straight misses, and then 5 straight. He's on a really, really long hitting streak here for the Yankees. Pretty impressive run here for Anthony Volpe. Yankees, of course, have another star on their hands. Go figure. In 2024 so far, a 58% hit rate for him on the year. 34 out of 59 games this year. He has cashed the over, averaging 2.22 total bases per game. HRRs per game. Really good average there for Volpe. And in the head-to-head data here, 3 of the last 5 times he's faced off with the New York Giants, he has cashed the over, including both times he's played them so far here in this series. Now, scrolling down below, now his numbers do drop. So he's batting .282 this year. It does drop to .254 versus left-handed pitchers. A smaller sample size, but still big enough to get a pretty good picture out of it. The numbers aren't great versus left-handed pitchers, I'll be honest. But what excites me here is the matchup here with Blake Snell, because Blake Snell has been horrible this year for the Giants. A 10.42 ERA overall now. It's a small sample size, only 97 batters faced. But a 10.42 ERA this year, 318 batting average allowed, 1.4 home runs per 9, 402 OBA. Now, versus right-handed batters, it's kind of confusing because there's an increase in some but decrease in others. His ERA does drop to 9.19. However, a 9.19 ERA is still pretty damn bad. One of the worst marks in baseball. So, not great, not fantastic. His batting average allowed just jump up to 342, which is very encouraging here. His home runs per 9 does drop slightly to 1.1, but still pretty high. And his OBA actually increases to 414. So, I think it's a pretty solid matchup for Volpe, who's on a hot streak. I'm hoping he can carry it on for one more day here, and a pretty solid matchup with Blake Snell. So let's go ahead and take this over here. -150 for a reason. All right, guys, in the 6th and final prop of today's slate, we're going Angels-Mariners, 4:10 p.m. first pitch. We're going Griffin Canning here, plus money play, over 5.5 strikeouts. Again, for plus 110 on FanDuel. It is jumping up to -105 on DraftKings. This is another pick there that was a plus money play higher up, and then over the last hour or so has increased. So people are starting to hop on this here. And look, he's only cashed in one of his last 10 games, averaging 3.9 strikeouts per game. But you see, he's been close in a few of his games of late. And you look at the head-to-head data here versus Seattle. The last time he went up against them on June 11th of last season, he did have 7 strikeouts in what was a 9-4 win for the Angels. So look, guys, why do I like this prop, even though he's really not been able to cash it all this year? You see he's failed in 8 straight games, averaging 3.6 strikeouts per game. And it's all about the matchup here, folks. Look at the left side of the screen here. Seattle batting this year. They had the worst strikeout rate in the league this season, 28.8% strikeout rate. That is the worst in Major League Baseball. Last 30 day rankings, the same story, 27.8%, slightly better, but still really, really bad. Their walk per strikeout ratio, one of the worst marks in the league. Their batting average, bottom 4. Like, across the board, Seattle is having a rough year hitting the baseball, but their strikeout percentage is so incredibly high. And I know Griffin Canning, you see here, him very low, 16.5%, 6.5 strikeouts per 9. Really bad marks for him, but he has been getting close in a couple of his recent matchups. And when you have a team as bad as Seattle with a strikeout rate as high as this, I'll go ahead and take that plus money play and take the risk here with Griffin Canning. So that's the 6th and final prop of today's slate. So again, guys, when you click that picks link down below, it'll take you to this page here. There's all 6 of my picks. So I know it's not in the pinned comment, but it's all there in bright colors. Well, I guess it's dark, but you get the point. It shows it here. It shows you all the odds available to go ahead and shop around. It really is fantastic. I think it's the best way to go about sharing my picks with you guys. So there's all 6 picks from today's slate. And again, it's very easy. You just click add to bet slip and it'll take you right to the page. You can bet as a parlay. You can delete some picks, the ones that you don't want. You can do whatever you like, but it just makes it so much easier and it shows you all the sports books that they are available on. You see Underdog, all available. Prize Picks, most of them available. So it makes it very easy to go ahead and follow along. Guys, that is it for me today. Shout out to you guys. Thank you very much so much for watching. We had a really great week. Let's close it off strong. We got a new week next week. Let's keep the good times rolling. 50-33 so far this year. 18-8 this past week. Let's finish the week off strong here. I guess I don't know how people feel about is Sunday's the start of the week or the end of the week. For me, I think of it as the end of the week because my work schedule, I work Monday through Saturday. So Sunday's kind of my day off. So it's the end of the week. So some people, it's the start of the week, whatever the case may be. Let's go into the next week, continuing these good vibes. Thank you to everybody who's been watching the past week, getting the videos growing. We're trying to get the viewership up, and we are doing better and better every day. So thank you very much, guys, as always, for watching. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and drop a comment down below. One more time, no video tomorrow. Again, apologies for that. I will be back on Tuesday with a new MLB Player Prop video. Until then, guys, I hope we're all winners. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and start of the week.